India and Nepal are two nations that share a unique open border. Two neighbors who trust each other enough to allow 1,700 kilometers of unrestricted access to each other. Of this, we decided to pick Raxaul in India to enter Birganj in Nepal. The border towns of Raxaul and Birganj show none of the tension that we may have come to associate with borders along other South Asian neighbors. Here, Nepal is just one long traffic jam away. As inhabitants of one of the busiest trading access points to Nepal, Raxaul's residents have an obvious and perhaps inevitable connection with Nepal.
नेपाल एक विदेश है। इस कारण से विदेश होने के कारण भारतीयों के मन में एक सदा थी प्रारंभ से ही कि हम विदेश जाएंगे, और इतनी आसानी से विदेश जाने का मौका किसी को मिलता नहीं है। इसलिए कि इस देश में जाने के लिए किसी न पासपोर्ट की आवश्यकता है, न वीज़ा की आवश्यकता है। कब चले गए नेपाल और कब चले आए भारत, ये पता नहीं चलता।
But it's not just a commercial and business link that makes the relationship between the people living along the border so vibrant. Years of living together has through time created family ties through intermarriages between the people of the two nations, especially in the plains. People living in these regions often refer to it as the roti-beti ka rishta, or a relationship characterized by links established by matrimony and commerce. A relationship we soon found out that went back not just in time, but also in legend. They say it was a wedding between a strong, handsome young prince of Ayodhya and the beautiful and wise princess of Janakpur that started it all. Ayodhya is in modern-day India, while Janakpur is a part of Nepal.
भी तो भारत नेपाल हुआ तो अलग-अलग नामकरण हुआ, लेकिन पहले तो जम्बूद्वीप के अंदर में जो जहाँ रहते थे अनुकूल वर वधू से ही विवाह होता था। तो वो टुकड़ा होते होते जब भारत और नेपाल जो भी अड़ोसी पड़ोसी जो राष्ट्र बने, तो वो कुछ बंटवारे के हिस्सा में कोई उधर के कुछ इधर के, तो ये शादी कल्चर जो है वो त्रेता युग से चलने लगा। राम के समय से ही, कुछ दशरथ के समय से, भाई इससे तो बहुत इनकी 150 पीढ़ियों पहले से भी चलता आया है।
Today, this tradition of mixing and mingling has resulted in Hinduism having become yet another link between the two countries. Pilgrims from both countries use the open border to freely visit temples on either side.
नेपाल के लोग यहाँ चार धाम की यात्रा करने आते हैं, और यहाँ के लोग पशुपतिनाथ का दर्शन करने जाते हैं। तो वो बॉर्डर जो है लाइन, पॉलिटिकल बॉर्डर लाइन, लोग भूल जाते हैं।
With the passage of time and the coming of newer generations, newer connects are now coming into being. As always, music has turned out to be one such link. The popular Nepali folk music band Kutumba, for instance, brought their music to enthusiastic audiences in India during the 2010 Commonwealth Games and left behind a number of fans.
2 days straight, and there were like lots of people. And after the concert, like all the audience, wanted to meet us. We had to run away, and even the sound guy from the Commonwealth game, what he said was, you guys are from Nepal and you play folk instruments. Try to perform some Bollywood songs, like people from like Pakistan. They sang like a couple of like Bollywood songs, and they were like quite appreciated. So you could do that, like they said. But still, we tried our best, and we did one Kajrare in Nepali style, and it was like really lovely.
Traveling through Nepal had turned out to be a fascinating journey. It had introduced us to a proud people and revealed associations between India and Nepal in the most unexpected of places. That instinctive feeling of familiarity with the country and its people was now beginning to make sense. But we wondered if the heritage of shared trust and goodwill would be strong enough to keep alive the bond between the coming generations. Would newer links and connections be required? Perhaps again, the answer lay in the past. Perhaps the relationship would be preserved and nurtured with changes through time that would create their own stories of continuity.